What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where we get it in. And in that fashion, a direct fashion, both the doors, homie. Cause we're gonna need those cajas of sopas. And that's just what it is, man. In a menudo stand, a direct fashion, you can tell by that thumbnail. Ooh, spooky, right? A little bit of Halloween flavor. Since Halloween is right around the corner, and I encourage everybody that goes out there to dress appropriately, especially tortas. Because ain't no one trying to see the wangala, wangala, the wangala, wangala. No one's trying to see all that, right? But maybe there's a paisita that is. You know what I mean? Vivo de tres animales. Maybe he's trying to get his wiggle on. One never knows, does one. Last I heard, they like fat white girls. But that's just the way it is. No pun intended. Now, trip out on this. Before we get into the story, man, I need you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. Put that notification bell on all so that way you're abreast of all the dope content I'm bringing all week. Yesterday on this channel, man, I talked about a little bit of current news, man. We talked about, of course, the war that's going on in the Middle East, man, out there in Israel, between Hamas and the Israelis. And stay abreast of that. Pay attention to it. Stay on your news. Stay on your grind. Stay on your hustle. And definitely, man, just pay attention to what's going on around you because you're going to hear a lot of this and a lot of that. And I got a lot of feedback, positive and some negative. Respects for everybody that chimed in. Tap in, man. Stay tapped in. What I wanted to talk about today is Halloween, right? Halloween, the despicable holiday known as Halloween. It's for the kiddies, right? It's kiddie stuff. Or is it? I know back in my days in my neighborhood, in my barrio, man, we like to mix and mingle, man. We like to go out there and see what was cracking on Halloween. Halloween was ghosts and goblins, man. Hood rats and robins. You know what I mean? No Batmans. We was out there really getting it. It was a time for parties. When you're a kid, you want to dress up, go door to door, get candy. But that became a little too dangerous, especially nowadays. Nowadays, you got to trunk or treat. You can't trick or treat, man. You can't take your children out there to trick or treat at the local neighbor's house because you never know if they're going to get snatched up. You never know if they're going to get brought into that household. It's just a dangerous situation. So this year, make sure that you're with your kids. Make sure you go to the doors with them. Present yourself. Let everyone know that you're the parent, homes, and stand guard with your children because I'd hate to have you, be on a milk carton or your children be on a milk carton. That's an ugly thing, and it's something I don't wish upon no one, I take my kid during the daytime. Fuck all the bullshit. Now, back in our days, you guys remember? Back in our days, pillowcases, bags getting snatched. I see the same motherfucker, you know what I mean? My mind's playing trick. Last year, Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and the homeboys was trick-or-treating. We was robbing the motherfuckers for bags, right? Everybody was out there trying to get a bag. Literally, back in them days. It's not like that no more. But the story I want to tell is a true story based on, I was right there in the situation. Didn't participate in the situation. Hell no, I ain't trying to do life. But at the same time, it was an ugly situation. So this is how the story goes. So I got out of YA when I was like 18, 19 years old. I didn't get to experience them teen years of going to parties, dressing up, going to school dances, things of that nature, because I was in fucking CYA, too busy, man. Trying to fucking put a shank in someone or getting shanks put in me. That's just how it was. That's my life. That's how it turned out. Hey, you reap what you sow. Everything that I got, I asked for. And believe me, toma, they gave me a whole lot of it. But I got out. And I got out 18, 19 years old, so perfect time. Still young enough, man, to go out there and celebrate Halloween. But at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, man, it's different now. Now there's no more trick-or-treating. There's no more going door to door. Now it's going to house parties. It's going to kickbacks. It's going to functions. And doing that, we went to Frisco one year, man. They had a rave. So I was in that motherfucker dancing. I was getting it, right? The next year, I remember, man, there was a concert, the Halloween Screen Jam. I met Young MC, Bone Thugs and Harmony did their thing. There was just a whole lot going on in my lifetime that I've been able to experience. So I got to be thankful for that. But anyways, I remember the Homeboys called me this day. They're like, hey, let's go, homie. Get ready. We're going to the Pajama Jammy Jam, homes. It's about to go down in Halloween. But the only requirement for this spot was, and it was a function, man. Someone had rented out a hall in the Bay Area. It was about to go down. The only exception to the rule was you had to come dressed appropriately. You had to have a costume on. And I remember back in them days, man, the homeboys, we all painted our face black. You know what I mean? The men in black. Some homeboys thought they were the men in black. Some homeboys, were wrong like me. And we thought we were black. But it was just what it was. So that year, man, we all put on fucking those stocking masks, looked like cat burglars. And we all went to this function. There was about 10 of us that went. We went 2 carloads deep. So we weren't really tripping on getting any pleito or catching any feelings or nothing like that, man. It was more just to go have a good time on Halloween and participate in the reindeer games. You know what I mean? Pre-Christmas. So I remember the homeboys getting at me like, hey, get ready, man. We're going to come swoop you up. So they came and swooped me up. I didn't have a car at the times. I was broker than baby. I ain't even going to say it. Spencer, right? So anyways, bam, I jam. We go. We pull up to the spot. Now, the spot is called Livermore. I don't know if you've ever been to Livermore. It's like in between the Bay Area and the Bay Area. I mean, it's on the way to the Yay. Some people call it the Bay. Some people don't. I don't know what to call it. I just know I had a big, extensive family from Livermore. So that's how I know about the city of Livermore, right? But Livermore's with the program. Definitely with the activities. The Norteño business is deep, thick. They handle their shit. Facts, right? So anyways, we pull up to this function, this spot in Livermore, and it's Halloween night. Shit's about to get spooky. Don't trip, white girl, and don't run behind the chainsaws, right? So it's about to go down. So anyways, we pull up, and we notice when we get to this spot, there's a whole lot of Norteños fucking in the front of the area, and none of them are dressed up unless they were wannabes pretending to be Norteños for Halloween. I don't know, but there's a whole lot of homeboys. Now, at this time, I was active. I was with the business, with the program. Mongolian dropped like a motherfucking drop top, right? So as soon as they see us, they're like, hey, what's up, homie? We all got these masks on. We peeling back. What's up, Andy? What's up, Esse? What's up, homeboy? Boom. We're shaking bicep. Everything is everything. It's all love. We're from the Valle, homie, 209. They're like, orale, homes. Boom. Livermore. Orale, homes. And it's all good. The embracement was real. There was no mean mugs and shoulder shrugs. There was none of that going on. We didn't feel like intimidated or we weren't trying to intimidate no one. We're just trying to go in that motherfucking shit. We can have it our way. You know what I mean? Like a Burger King commercial. So anyways, we go up in this spot and it's cracking, homes. Motherfuckers in that motherfucker off the Molly Whoppers. I don't know what they're on. Back in the day, they didn't have that Molly. It was more acid and things, but everybody was tripping, right? Everybody was pretty high, right? There was alcohol flowing. The music was bumping. It was cool. Typical Halloween party, right? Until Michael Myers got there. Or how does Michael do it? Anyways, Miguel Myers did definitely pull up. So remember, this is supposed to be a Halloween party that everybody was dressed up. The Norteños that were in the front weren't. Maybe this was their function, their spot. I don't know. I can't call it like an alcoholic, but we pulled up. So anyways, we get there, man. The homeboys quickly latch onto some tortas. They're over there like, hey, what are you supposed to be for Halloween? A ruffle, right? And the homeboy's over there doing his thing. And we're just chilling, man, drinking. Hey, I'm right there by the DJ. He's busting some old school jams, man. You already know what it is, man. That young, it takes two to make a thing go right. We're off that raw bass. And it's just popping, cracking. And then a group gets there. And this group is dressed up. They're all in black. And a couple of vatos have Michael Myers masks on. And I'm not paying really no attention to what's going on because I'm not focused on the door and who's coming in and who's going out. You had to pay to get in this spot. I'm more so focused on what's in front of me, man. And there's a whole lot of shit going on in front of me. The wind's blowing. God, it's blowing, eh? Right? So there definitely was a lot going on in front of me. And it's cracking. You know, motherfuckers get there. And I see all the Norteños coming and they start gathering. So, of course, a couple of the homeboys walk up to him like, what's up? Is it good, bro? Is it good? Because you could tell by the tension on their face, something's about to go down, right? Oh, yeah, something definitely was about to go down, homie. Facts, right? So these vatos that had come in, little did we know they were sureños of Richmond, right? Now, the city of Richmond, I didn't really go to the city of Richmond too much in the East Bay, right? I did time with the good-ass homeboy, solid to the death of me, man. He's going to be the most solidest homeboy I ever met out of Richmond. Richmond Barrio Locals, RVLs, Mr. Shadow. That was my homeboy, my partner right there. And Nellis, man, that was my taita. That was a good-ass homeboy right there. Wherever he's at, shout out to Shadow, man. That's the real one. And that's all I knew about the city of Richmond. So when the homeboys was like, hey, there's fucking hella sureños here from Richmond. They just came in thick, homes. They're trying to fucking shut the spot down. Like, oh, is that right? The homeboys are like, nah, fuck that, homie. We're going to body somebody. I knew it was serious. Now, I got at the homeboy and I was like, hey, there's hella homeboys here, bro. You know what I mean? Do we have to participate or what? Shh, let me know. I was a younger homeboy at that time. I was there with like some 30-ish year old homeboys, you know what I mean? Not shot callers, but, you know what I mean? Whatever they said went. So it's kind of like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? Do we come to get into the mix or do we come to say, okay, get in the mix? I don't know. Okay, I'll take door number 2. So anyways, homeboy's like, we're just going to play by ear, bro. This is their spot. They know these vatos. So we see all these vatos and they're gathered like in a corner, man. There's a couple Michael Myers. I think a Freddy Krueger. Oh, that vato's a chomo, eh? There's a couple fucking whatevers. Ghosts and goblins. And it's Halloween and it's popping. So nothing's cracking, right? So all the homeboys that were in the front from Livermore, man, they kind of like gravitate back outside. And I'm thinking maybe they got their fools mixed up. Maybe these vatos that they think are from Richmond really ain't. But no one's hit nobody up. And see, that's not how we get down. If Vatos would have came from out of town, or Vatos that we knew to be the opposition at that point in time, shit, we'd have been on it, Holmes, quick. We'd have been on it like flies on caca, straight up. Went up to him like, hey, homie, where you Vatos from? Bam! Took flight. You know what I mean? Because that's just based on what you had to do. But no one's doing that. So, hey, we're just guests, I said, in the house. Who are we to kick the doors down? You know what I mean? Nah, it's not our thing. So we're kicking back, and it's getting a little bit later. You know, it's about midnight, and the homeboy's like, hey, man, fuck this spot. Let's go fucking rent a hotel and take this fucking to the after hours, right? They already knocked them, like I said, Ruffles and the whole Lay's bags of chips. So they got Doritos, Ruffles, and this other chick they call fucking Ho-Ho. And so the homies are like, fuck, we got a few chicks, let's go, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't tripping, man. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to lay one, like I spray one. So I'll go, I'll kick back with the homies, it's whatever. This is my ride anyways. I have no choice. It's Halloween night, man. We're about to get spooky around this camp. So when we're telling the homeboys from Livermore, our ride homes, we're shaking their hands as we're walking outside. Then Vatos from Richmond rush, okay? They got off, homes. Never in my life have I seen a Vato just like Michael Myers throwing chingazos like that. I didn't know Michael Myers had it in him. I didn't know he had hands like that. But I'm here to tell you right now, facts. I seen it with my own eyes. Michael Myers can throw a fucking uppercut like Mike Tyson. Boom! He caught a homeboy, lifted him up off his fucking heel bones, right? The homeboy's whole plantar fasciitis went this way. The homeboy's whole heel bone went that way, right? Boom! These Food Rangers were getting off, eh? This was a coordinated attack and plan. I guess there had been some beef between these individuals somewhere along the lines. I don't know. I can't call it. But they started to get off. Boom, 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 boom. So we're rushing out, you know what I mean? As they're rushing out, and it's just mixed. Everyone's in the streets fighting. There's a lot going on, right? So I'm looking like, oh, fuck, because I don't know who's who and what's what. I see the homeboys, but there were some Vatos that were dressed up. I see Vatos in black. Now Vatos got their masks off. There's Mongolians everywhere. There's bald heads everywhere. There's tattoos. There's LA. I thought he was from Richmond, right? There's all that everywhere. And then shots rang out. Right? And it was a bad situation because out of all these gang members that were handling their business, out of all these people that were in there, you know, partying and getting high and doing their thing, no. You know what I mean? A youngster gets hit. A 14-year-old kid gets hit, right? Boom. Brain gone. Done. And I've seen him drop right in front of me, man. When I seen him drop, I said, oh, hell no. In my life, I've seen 3 people drop in front of me. Okay? I seen one I had to walk over in prison. You know what I mean? And that's a different story to tell, and I've told it before. But I've seen, you know, individuals drop, and this kid was gone. It was his soul bye-bye. You know what I mean? On Halloween night. It was an ugly situation. I'll never forget it. You know, we all took off running. Everybody took off. Of course, man, the cops end up apprehending who they needed to apprehend. And Vatos got caught up on that case. It was an ugly situation. You know, it was a sticky situation. I'll never forget Halloween night that night. But I'm going to tell you another story, right? And this one's a little bit more spookier. We went up to Frisco. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco on Halloween, but San Francisco is the devil's playground, right? It's known as where the black church was established. Black church being the people that worship El Diablo, right? The devil, right? I don't call him the devil. I call him the devil, right? Exorcist shit, right? Whoever established that church, I don't know, man. I forget the guy's name. Anton something LaVey, I think it is. Established a black church there. So it's always been known, or it's been thought or thunk that there's a lot of sacrifice. And it's just a wicked place to be on Halloween night. You know, anyone that tells you about Frisco or that lives in Frisco, that's been to Frisco will tell you, man, you know, Halloween night's a dangerous situation, man. There's a lot of people that come up missing that night. There's a lot of people that come up, you know, it looks like the Walking Dead around that camp. Sacrificed. So we wanted to go up there to fucking test the hand of fate. You know what I mean? You know how it is. When you're younger, you're stupid, you don't give a fuck, right? Hey, let's go to Frisco, eh? Let's go see if we can get kidnapped, eh? You want to do that? Fuck it, eh? Let's go. So, okay, wait up, let me bring my Mongolian, right? So, bam, we cruised up to Frisco that night, and we went to a homeboy's house, and we're partying right there off the mission, and everything was good, and the homie was like, nah, you guys got to go over there to, like, Excelsior. Home's like, at the end, that's where the shit starts cracking, right? So we're walking in groups, man. There's a hell of people dressed up. There's parties. There's house parties. There's a lot going on in Frisco. It's a big city, man. It's the biggest city in Northern California. You know what I mean? A tent hut. You better be ready. You better be on attention there because anyone could get you. And it's a mix of everyone. There's Africano brothers, 415s, Kumis, Norteños, Reños. The BBs come from Oakland. It's a little bit of everyone, man. So anyways, we're kicking back. And we're mobbing in groups, walking like we're acting like we're at the county fair, right? And one of the homeboys, man, ultimately did come up missing that night. You know, you think to yourself, okay, gun, you're firing it up. You're putting too much tapatio on it. Nah, the homeboy did. The homeboy did come up short, right? It's never been found, homes. To this fucking day right here present, he's never been found. I only remember this story because my homeboy was getting at me the other day and he was like, hey, you should tell some Halloween stories, bro. You know what I mean? Halloween's coming up. And I go, hey, shit, remember when fucking Patrick went missing? The homeboy's name was Patrick. I said, remember? He was like, they fucking still never found him, bro, from that night. I said, I know. Shit. I remember they questioned me. They were like, where were you? I was just like, I don't know. I was at the taco truck eating taco, right? I didn't want no, I don't know, right? Frisco, you know? I don't know what happened to him that night. I remember we were all kicking back, walking. He disappeared. For all I know, he could have met a big old fat ass torta and he could be still chilling right there on 19th Street. I don't know. But at the end of the day, man, the homeboy came up short. I remember it was a big old thing in the town. His family was looking for him. They were putting out flyers. Everybody was tripping on him. The homeboy was gone, you know? I remember I said to myself, I'll never go to San Francisco again on Halloween. You can feel the spooky presence. You know, anyone that's been there, you can feel it. It's not like your average city going. You feel the dark church. You feel some bad shit going on. Anyways, there's been a lot of situations, man, where Halloween has changed my life, or it's gave me indication that that's not a righteous holiday to celebrate. You know, that's why now, you know, it's for the kids. I don't go out anymore. I'm too old for that shit anyways, man, to go to house parties. But for those of you that do and go to Halloween haunts and attractions and things like that, man, watch out. Stay aware. You just don't know what's going on. There's been a lot of incidences at these haunts, these haunted houses. And I love going to the haunted houses, man. That's my shit, right? Going to those haunted houses. You know what I mean? They spook you and they spook you. But there's been fucking several situations where people came up short. There's been unfortunate accidents, or how do you say it? Accidents? And that's just it, man. So just stay aware and pay attention in this Halloween. And if you take your kids trick-or-treating, man, be on their hip, man. Have them right there because there's so much tragedy that happens on this day. Remember, it's the devil's birthday, man. It's not a Christian holiday. It's not a Catholic holiday. It's a pagan holiday. So depending upon what you worship and how I'm not going to thump to you, but what you truly believe, gente, just remember, man, it's a dark day. With that being said, man, that's my true Halloween stories, facts. You know, a young kid lost his life, and the homeboy, man, we never seen him again. And I remember fucking for a long time, we was like, damn, he wasn't from my neighborhood, man. He was just a homie, you know, but still, it was like, fuck, what happened to Patrick? Hey, still, where's Patrick? I still want to know. If they ever found him, Sasuke, they didn't let us know. His family moved out of town. It was just an ugly situation. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Pay attention this Halloween, man. Watch your children, please, because it's going to get ugly. You already know what it is. With that being said, hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's about the strive to struggle, and the strive to struggle, and the struggle to strive, and the struggle to strive, right? Do it 2 times, 1 time for your mind. Because we have to pay attention. The world is getting ugly and crazy. Are you prepared? I know I am. Or I'm trying to be, man. It's just the way it is. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to do me and do what I do for my familia. And best believe, we ain't going trick-or-treating past 5. Bang, bang. Fuck Michael Myers.